Just like to give an update on the last 3 days of the GCF Private Investment for Climate Conference. It was really well attended with over 700 attendees and some really fantastic networking, as well as 85 plus speakers. One of the first themes that came up was adaptation, and here what we were hearing was that there was a call from private sector to invest much more in adaptation, and what GCF would like to do is get their split to 50-50 CCM mitigation and adaptation. The second theme that was coming out was risk. It's a call here to have more scientific evidence-based risk and to really understand what goes into those risk assessments. In doing this, the IPCC scientists, a handful of those scientists, are going to be working with GCF to produce some sort of practical guide to assist with that. Another theme that came up was scale and replication, and the need to have more project-based accreditation. The next theme was pipelines, and that's considering what's transparently put into the pipelines, what does that signal, and also some of the new types of portfolios that are coming out, such as sustainable housing, more renewable energy opportunities, alternative meats, eco-material for construction, as well as agribusiness, transport and green cities. Despite that focus on adaptation, however, there's still a need to invest more in renewables. We have a shortfall and need something like 4 to 10 times amount what we currently have. Next theme is about future-proofing and the need to really look at supply chain vulnerability. So that includes looking at when we're commissioning new, let's say, wind turbines that take 2 years. Heard was that FTSE 100 portfolios currently include physical assets which are at risk because they're on a trajectory of 3.5 to 5 degrees Celsius, so they're really not resilient for the future. So that future proof is needed. The last theme is blended finance and PPPs, which are described as not pain so much, but more properly prepared proposals. And the idea here is that government will take first loss as part of the concessional financing, which is really key, but also that the private sector can't walk away with full profits, and that this needs to be more of a shared risk and shared reward system. That really brings us to the end of the day. The GCF came on stage to talk about what was really critical for them, and they mentioned 3 questions that come before any kind of financing consideration or evaluation, and that is, what is the project's impact and its transformational change aspect, and how does country ownership factor in? So they look for that first and foremost. Finally, there were a considerable amount of workshops at the very end of day 3 and a number of bilateral meetings which proved to be hopefully very beneficial, and we'll see what comes out of those. You'll hear from us next at the webinar, and we'll also be writing a piece in GCF Insight, so we hope you can join us there, and please join the mailing list.